What is up, beautiful people of the internet? I am Wesley.
I'm Stephanie.
And this is Wes and
Steph.
And today, guys, we are going to be reacting to BTS Answers the Web's most searched questions.
I feel like we're going to learn some secrets.
I feel like there's going to be such weird questions. Because I feel like they're going to the English-speaking American side of the internet. And I just remember we had all kinds of very strange questions about BTS.
Yeah.
Until we started watching more of their content. And you guys have helped us out every step of the way in the comments and everything. So this will be interesting.
Let's go.
let's see how this goes, right?
가만히 있는데 밑에서 이제 발광치고 있는.
What?
백조 같긴 해요.
What?
That was a weird.
Too much information.
Okay.
Here we are.
BTS.
We're doing why autocomplete interview.
Okay. Yes, sir. Let's go.
First go.
I feel like their English has gotten even better,
Yeah,
right?
it's really good.
It's really good.
Who BTS?
Who BTS? Who are BTS members? Kim Namjoon, Kim Taehyung, Jungkook.
Does Jungkook have a full sleeve now? Is that like an actual tattoo? Okay, guys, we were looking and watching some OTV, and we saw this guy's toast had tattoos, and we were like, "Whoa, his tattoos look so sick!" And you guys were like,
They're
you
fake.
idiots! They're stickers. So is this a real tattoo or not? Regardless, it looks cool.
Jump.
지민파, 민윤기,
Tron. Okay. Who in BTS has the deepest voice?
자, 한번 해보자.
I would guess
They don't
V.
know off the top of their head.
I know. I'm kind of
They
surprised
sing.
too. I would guess V. Who do you think? Well, not everyone's a singer, right? Because I guess the
That's
rap group,
true.
the rap group wouldn't necessarily know how deep their singing voice is. I would guess V. Who would you think?
RM.
You think RM? Really? I feel like V has the deepest voice for sure.
Or me? Maybe
battle. Let's battle.
Next question.
Who BTS?
Who joined BTS in order? It's RM. It's the first. And then Suga. And J-Hope. And then
JK.
Jungkook.
진 정크.
Jin and Jungkook.
거의 비슷해.
B. And V.
지민피 아니?
아니야, 지민 맞아.
Jimin.
Jimin is the latest.
Who
Oh,
BTS?
It's crazy how different their personalities come out in English versus in Korean, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like Jimin is so much more quiet, I think, than
Yeah.
we've seen him. And I totally get it. Like,
If English isn't your first language, I'm not going to talk in a language I don't know.
I would feel like it's really cool to me that they're willing to do interviews in English. I only know from my context is like in sports, a lot of times athletes will be like super outspoken in like Portuguese, and then in the US they barely talk because they can't speak English.
I wonder if there's fans who've only ever seen like them speaking or like English interviews, or people who've only seen them in English interviews, and how like if they would totally think their personalities are different because of that.
So they're like, oh yeah, Jimin, the shy one. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Which is weird. Like to
Not
us, we're like,
true.
what are you talking about?
Yeah.
Jimin's insane. You know what I mean?
It's BTS best friend.
Oh,
Yeah.
who is BTS best friend?
Sheeran.
Can
Can BTS.
Can BTS.
Can BTS come to my birthday party?
Sorry.
That'd be a lot of birthday parties.
리허설 BTS. Can BTS cook?
We got Chung.
Yeah.
Hey.
We got
Yeah.
Chung.
And kimchi bokkeumbap,
Kimchi fried rice.
That sounds good.
닭가슴살 볶음.
김치찌개, Korean 김치찌개.
Ooh.
한국 음식 한국
코리안
음식은 대부분
김치찌개.
하는 것 같아요.
Korean food.
달려라 방탄을 본다면 저희가 무슨 음식을 만드는지
Yeah,
알수
people-
Oh, we haven't seen them cook yet.
People-
Do you guys? Which
they
episodes?
recommended them a lot.
Yeah, you
They
guys
told
want to
us.
see us watch BTS cook? We watch cooking content in our own time, like on Epicurious and stuff, for funsies. So that sounds really fun.
Let's do it.
아니, 김치도 담그고 그러는데
맞아.
I like
나머지 멤버들이 왜 요리를 안 하는지도 알 수 있을 겁니다.
BTS drive.
남준 제외하고는 다
I can
운전 안
drive.
하고 있습니다.
Bicycle. Yeah.
Really? Aaron doesn't know how.
Buggies.
Can BTS?
남준이 이거 달방에서 이거.
RM took that Queen song a little too seriously. Like, I like to ride my bicycle.
Okay. Can BTS is spicy food?
Hell yeah.
불닭볶음면. 나 요즘에 못 먹겠어.
나도 힘들어.
아니
좋아는
근데
하는데.
이게 한국인이 아닌
Also, what kind of question is that? That's such a weird question.
Why?
I don't know. It seems weird.
Well, did you hear what Suga said? Suga's like, I can if you're not talking about Korean standards, if you're talking about your weak-ass American. I mean, it's true, though.
In
It's true, though. Because
America,
I
I can.
remember it's always funny to me if you go to a Thai restaurant and you're like, hey, I'd like it spicy. And they're like, oh, do you mean like American spicy? Because I know you don't mean Thai spicy. And I'm like, no, you're right. I mean
I
American.
don't.
I don't want to die.
다른 나라의 기준으로는
우리 잘 먹지 다.
우리가 진짜 너무 잘 먹는 거예요.
아, 그렇지. 그거
쌈장도
맞지.
맵대.
쌈장도 맵대.
김치를 매워하니까.
그 뭐냐
That's
튀김
true.
우동도 맵다고 하잖아.
Okay.
Everything's spicy.
Next, can BTS members play
Huh. That's a good
Instrument.
question.
That's a great
트럼펫
question.
이제 다시 배운다고 했고.
Yes, sir.
A little.
again?
The trumpet? The trumpet? I was expecting like, you know, for live performances and stuff, the piano, kind of like
Yeah.
Elton John or Queen would
Yeah.
have the piano. I'm so surprised it's just like a random brass instrument.
I love it.
That's really cool though.
Can BTS members swim?
Ooh.
아, 나 잘해.
You know Matthew
나 잘해. 나 수영 잘해.
수영 수영.
I'm good.
힘 빼면 뜨잖아.
위는 가만히 있는데 밑에서 이제 발광치고 있네.
이거 패션이 백조 같긴 해요.
Too much information.
It's really interesting too. I feel like one of the things that I like to learn about different cultures and countries is what the rates of like how people can swim, how many
Yeah.
people can swim, because it's so different, right?
Yeah.
Like there's some countries that are landlocked and not many people can swim. There's some countries that are coastal, literally
That's
like
true.
you throw babies in the water off a cliff and they bob and you're like, okay, cool, this one's good. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? That's how it was for us. We lived in California and it was like everyone in my town knew how to swim.
Yeah, you got to.
But then you
because
just
everybody
drive-
had pools in their backyard.
But then you drive like 2 towns over and no one knows how to swim.
Yeah.
It's like it varies so
2
much.
towns? You
Yeah,
drive
yeah,
to
yeah.
the
No, I'm
States?
saying 2 towns. Like there's some areas in California like no one knows how to swim. It's super interesting. Yeah, it's true. It's true.
How BTS?
How BTS changed my life.
어떻게?
근데 이거는
They're like,
저는 정말
that's deep.
희망이 되었어요. 이름 따라.
oh.
맞아.
BTS가 어떻게 내 인생을
네.
바꿨냐.
뭔가 그렇게 믿다 보니까 그렇게 되네.
근데 저도 뭐 호비랑 비슷하게 저도 좀 이렇게 어둡고 침침한 그런 사람이었다가 이렇게 좀 밝은 사람으로 바뀌었어요.
Really?
BTS 많은 걸
That's really
바꿨죠 우리를.
그쵸.
뭔가 끝까지 한번 가보고 싶다는 생각.
BTS가
맞아요.
V is giving me Mr. Rogers vibes.
Oh, with the sweater?
Yeah.
Yeah.
BTS 안 했어 음악.
And the legs crossed.
Oh yeah, and the
Yeah.
sitting wow, honestly now that you pointed that out, I feel like my posture is awful. Yeah.
How BTS introduced themselves. Hello, we are
BTS.
Hello, I am
진.
Marm.
My name is Bree. I'm group boy.
Yeah.
I'm your hope, you're my hope. I'm Jay.
지민.
I am sugar.
잘하는데요? 잘 따라하는데?
Good.
How old are members in BTS?
Korean age? No. Global age.
Global age.
What does that mean?
What does that mean? What?
Korean ages are different than US ages?
Does that mean I can be 21 in Korea? Everyone is like writing notes like, oh shit, is it younger or older? Because if it's older, I don't want to know my Korean age. If it's
Right.
younger, sign me up, baby.
I'm 26.
I'm 25.
25.
23,
23.
Oh.
27.
25.
Oh.
5.
28.
Oh.
28.
How BTS learned English.
Oh,
yeah.
Friends.
일단 프로나운스부터 좀 고쳐야겠는데.
Didn't learn any English.
Yeah.
Jungkook is taking lessons.
Yeah.
Hobie is taking lessons.
Good for them.
Suga is taking lessons, and you are taking no lessons.
How can BTS
Jimin's like, I don't know what you said, but I can tell you're talking about me.
Correct.
He's like, whatever RM says, true. I don't know
That's
what we're
funny.
talking
It's
about.
funny because Jimin is by far the quietest, and it's
In
also,
English, yeah.
yeah.
He's
So,
definitely
I mean,
by
don't
far
blame
not
him.
the quietest in Korean, right? No, I mean, like,
troublemaker.
think about it. If we had to do an interview in Spanish, and there was like, our friend Alex speaks fluent Spanish.
Yeah.
If it was like, oh, for whatever what for reasons.
He would do all the talking.
Yeah, I wouldn't say anything. I might say like,
See,
puto, and that would be all I'd say the whole time. The whole interview, I'd just like keep yelling.
it's not a
that.
good word.
and dance at the same time?
어떻게?
연습 많이 하면 되는데.
이거.
이것도 연습하다 보면 될 거 아니야. That's BTS.
Okay.
What?
Does BTS at McDonald's?
BTS? Hell yeah. Big Mac.
아, 이제 이태원점에서 배달하더라.
오래됐어요.
아 그래요? 나는 안
근데
돼.
나 엄청 먹어요. 엄청.
근데 BTS는 이제 없어졌죠.
Mac chicken.
Does BTS buy
Do you
their
hear? I think J-Hope said the BTS meal is gone now. So like, no, I ate it when I had a meal on the menu. Now, why would I eat it? My meal is gone.
one club?
이걸 왜 궁금해?
Ooh.
예,
BTS
저희가
하신 그러면.
삽니다.
근데
Really?
저는
Really?
옷을 안 사요.
We buy our own clothes. Exact Louis Vuitton. The best.
Louis
Does
Vuitton.
I'm surprised actually. I know why people would think that because their clothes are so distinctive and unique, and I feel like
Yeah.
a lot of their iconic looks and whatnot are, or they're very much like fashion influencers, right?
Yeah, I think I feel like when you get to that level, you'd have somebody else who's like, that's their sole job. And the fact that they're as fashion forward as they are, too. Yeah. And like...
That's why. I get why people... Because I'm curious. I'm actually surprised at the answer.
People wearing white plan shirts.
I would have assumed that they had like a costumer or something on set for like... I would assume they didn't even dress themselves for this.
Yeah.
And not even like in a bad way, just because they are like real global celebrities,
you know?
Cool,
though.
That's really interesting.
Dye their hair.
저는 검은색으로 염색했습니다.
Nah, bro, they've just got those chameleon genes in their hair. Like, what do you mean? Of course they dye their hair, right?
Does BTS drink coffee?
Oh, I love coffee.
I like 연한 커피.
아메리카노?
저는
투샷.
디카페인만 먹어요.
아 맞아, 윤기 형 또 커피를 끊었습니다. 저는 진짜 커피 없으면 못 살아요.
반샷 커피로 먹어요.
네, 아침에 일어나면 물 대신 커피.
That's really interesting because I've always associated, well, obviously like teas came from Asia, right? That's how it got introduced to the West, like historically. So
you always think that people who are from the East Asian region tend to be tea drinkers.
Yeah.
But you know what's funny is like that's how they're usually portrayed in like Western media, is that people from East Asia drink tea.
Yeah, that too.
I wonder if that is a modern thing though. Or like if most people drink tea, or if it's like a generational thing, like maybe 3 or 4 generations back, everyone drank tea. That's interesting too, because coffee's not even really an American thing.
Yeah.
Like Americans drink coffee, but like the coffee bean's not from America, you know?
Yeah, but I feel like it became popular in America first.
I don't know. I have no idea.
Well, in the Americas is what I mean.
Oh yeah, the Americas.
Because it came from there, and then I feel like.
I have no idea what countries like. I've never realized. This makes me realize how much about the world I don't know. Because
we know the Brits like their tea. So.
Well, I have no idea. Like, I have no idea what coffee drinking rates are like outside of America. You know what I mean? And I've never thought about that. And now I'm really curious about
here
like
are obsessed.
A laundry list of like, do they drink coffee in New Zealand? I never questioned that, and now I want to know.
Yeah. Do they drink coffee in the country you live in?
Oh, yeah.
Please let us know.
Get that engagement, baby.
No, but
it is actually a good way to find out.
I'm very curious. Poll.
Coffee boys.
Coffee boys.
Does BTS
eat healthy?
Ooh.
I like sugar.
I like sugar.
저는 좀 건강하게 먹으려고 하는 게 탄수화물 좀 적게 먹고.
That's good.
It's funny too because Suga is the oldest member, and I feel like that's kind of what happened to us. It's like we didn't eat healthy at all, and then we got to like 24, 25.
And we're like,
we started getting sick, and that's the only reason that we eat a little healthier now.
We started getting health issues, and it's crazy that it's like we're just in our 20s, but we're getting health issues. So it's like gotta get that in check if we want to live a little longer.
I wonder why Suga is doing it. I wonder if it's just like a decision, if he was feeling not his best or something. That's kind of interesting.
But it's also crazy because their job is to perform, right? Yeah. So they get so much working out in just in their job, and they're practicing and their routines and stuff like that. So it's like you wouldn't think they would need to eat healthy because it's like you're just doing so much working out. You just need calories, right?
Yeah.
슈가를 안 먹어.
Yeah, your turn.
Yes. Is BTS first? Is BTS famous?
Yeah.
If you're Googling that, the answer is yes. Right?
Right? That's a dumb Google.
Yeah, very, very famous.
Maybe.
그거요? Maybe. BTS is BTS.
That was such good pronunciation. I feel like.
Well, he's an actor, so he's probably used to really controlling his the way his tongue and his mouth is shaping to form expressions and stuff.
It's crazy because I feel like RM knows the most English. V has really good pronunciation.
Oh, very little accent, right?
Very little accent in most things he says.
It's Korean.
Yeah.
Yes, more Korean.
Yeah. Yes. 근데 영어 같았어.
Yes, more
Korean. What did you say?
Yes, more Korean.
Oh yeah.
Is BTS nice?
Yeah. BTS is very, very nice.
I love Chin.
BTS nice.
No, we're bad boy.
We are bad boy. Yeah.
Yes, I'm a bad boy.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm
You
a...
sound like John Wayne there.
He kind of do. Actually, if I was going to say he sounds like anybody, it is John Wayne. I never thought we'd be like BTS John Wayne. Well, they did a Western. The last music video was a Western. Yeah. We tried to record a reaction for that. For you guys, by the way, we had major technical issues. We're sorry. We loved it, too.
What did I do? I broke it. Why did I break it?
I don't know, but let's pray and keep it going.
My turn. Who BTS? 어떤 who BTS요?
Who? BTS.
Who is BTS leader?
Namjoon Kim.
Kim Namjoon.
Our leader is very smart and very
kind.
Oh yeah, very
very
strong,
Very nasty.
big body, very handsome. Who is BTS brother? Yes, sir.
That's the first word that they've had any trouble with pronunciation reading, and I think that's impressive because I'm not bilingual, but I've been told by people who speak multiple languages that English is uniquely difficult to read phonetically for whatever reason that is. I'm not smart enough to know why. It's interesting though.
이렇게 봐도 진 줄 알았다.
Hitman Band Rap Dance 노래방 상대방에게 Sun J.P. Sugar. Slow Rabbit.
P-Dog.
Peace Noise. P-Dog.
Geo Bang.
P Double Dog.
Who is the most handsome in BTS?
John, very handsome guy. Thank you.
Next question. Who is the best dancer in BTS?
Okay, RM and Jin and Sugar.
Does
BTS make their own music?
I mean, that's another one that's a fair question because I think the assumption is like most of the time when you see a group that's lumped
do they write their own
like
music?
The boy band category, you're like, oh no, they probably don't write it.
But they do make some of their songs.
No, BTS does write their own music.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, if you see a boy band, I think most people assume it's like, oh, it's like Backstreet Boys. They don't make the songs, they just perform them.
Yeah.
Which there's nothing wrong with that either, but I get why people make that assumption, even though it's not true in this case.
Of course.
Make their own music.
Does BTS need a new member?
솔직히 새로운 사람 들어오면 어떻게 여기서 견디거나
I feel like they
적응할지가
couldn't.
궁금하긴 하다.
일단 우리가 싫어할 것 같아.
그리고 저희 방 다 찼어요. 우리 지금 많아.
아니 너 엄청 불편할 거 아니야 우리.
저 비트박스 한번
It would be. I feel.
Can you that would be so rough because BTS, they had periods they were there and they had growth, and I feel like dropping a new member into how big they are.
I feel like there would be a lot of pushback.
Yeah, I think they'd get a lot of hate. So
too.
much hate, yeah.
I'd feel bad for them. Like I mean, obviously they'd be famous and stuff, but I would feel bad for them.
Like BTS, each of the 7 original members has been able to get used to different levels of fame gradually.
Yeah.
You'd have to drop somebody in and just make them massively famous right off the jump. And like you said, there'd be blowbacks. That'd be rough. That'd be so rough.
Like I feel like every band that's ever existed where one of the members drops out and they replace him with somebody, like people either just don't care.
Or TV shows.
Yeah,
like you can't even do TV shows, and I feel like for some reason that's even like less personal than a
acting,
band.
Yeah.
Like there's no way that would go well. I can't think of a potential way.
비트박스 나쁘지 않지?
That'd be cool.
Does BTS play games?
요즘에 뭔가 비디오 게임 되게 재밌는 거.
비디오 게임.
비디오 게임.
PlayStation.
Yeah.
Nintendo. Xbox.
It Takes Two라는 게임이 있어요. 비디오 게임.
BTS watch any.
Does BTS
anime.
요즘 그 한국에서도 애니메이션들이 되게 많이 나오는 거 아십니까?
저는 애니메이션 안 본 진짜 오래된 것 같아요.
나 진짜
지브리 애니 너무 좋아.
아니
Studio Ghibli.
알고리즘에 이제 막 그
옛날 거 뜨잖아.
뽀로로를 이제 뽀로로가 뜨더라고. 그리고 편집을 되게 이상하게 해가지고 되게 웃기게 해놓은 것들.
여러분 혹시 오세암 아십니까?
BTS workout.
아니 난 사람들이 무슨 나보고 크로스핏 하냐 물어보더라고. 근데 크로스핏은 나도 안 해봤는데 나는 그냥 이제 재활이랑 웨이트만 하는데.
근데 뭐 우리가 하는 게 그래도 크로스핏이랑 비슷하지.
That's probably actually. I mean.
TV.
Yes, get along.
No, we're so we're just business.
Yeah. 우리끼리도 사회적 거리두기.
Social distancing.
맞아 이렇게 나온다고 구글에 치면.
Wow. Thanks for touching us and thanks for watching.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
That was really cool.
That was really cool.
I really liked that. Did you learn anything? I guess we did learn quite a lot new. Now I'm just left with my main takeaways. I'm wondering like what the swimming rates are in different countries and how much coffee they drink. I've just got like all these questions about countries now. It's really cool.
It's so weird seeing them on an interview setting where they have to speak another language.
Yeah.
I'd almost rather they all just answered in their own language.
Yeah.
Because I feel like then you get more of all their personalities.
Yeah.
I mean, this was still cool seeing it in a different light. It's interesting though.
It's kind of cool. I don't know. At the same time, I think it's really dope that they do some of the English. because it's fun because we can actually, I don't know, I'm like, whoa, they're speaking in a language. I don't have to read it. I can hear it. You know what I mean?
True. That is very cool.
At the same time, and I'm sure for them, like from a business decision, it probably, like not everyone's used to reading subtitles.
Yeah.
So I bet it's like, oh, well.
It's a way to relate more to people who aren't used to the subtitles.
They had subtitles here too, so I feel like it's a nice way to like get
Balance
people
it.
used to reading subtitles. We're like, oh, that's not that bad. Like someone who doesn't like the idea of reading subtitles, so they didn't watch their other content, they might watch this, see the subtitles, be like, oh, that's not so bad. I don't actually mind it, and then watch more of it, you know?
Yeah, the other thing I really thought this was interesting for was that you guys have always said, like, oh, V's an extrovert and Jungkook is much more introverted. And I feel like I had a hard time seeing that in a lot of the BTS run episodes because they're all just playing and engaging with each other, and people act very differently in front of strangers versus people they know.
Strangers versus, like, their in-group friend group,
yeah,
right?
and I feel like this was a good way to highlight it because obviously they're in a set. There's people in production there that they don't know. They're trying to speak another language. So you could see how Jungkook and Suga were for sure, like, way quieter than the rest of the members. And V, who's usually, like, very quiet and kind of just like doing his own thing, playing with cats, is, you know, like acting out.
Yeah,
and,
he was one of the, I think he spoke like second or third most, I'd say,
and you guys
for
have
sure.
said over and over again that he's an extrovert, and
I believe it.
I believe it now,
I believe it, yeah.
And RM definitely is too, and J-Hope for sure. So it's just, it definitely, you guys convinced me through this episode. I wasn't convinced before.
It's interesting too because like Suga's demeanor, even like he's not crazy outgoing when he's with the members, but he's way more like goofy and silly, and he was much more like reserved and proper in this interview. I don't know, it was really cool. That being said, guys, thank you so much for watching. Let us know if there's any other BTS interviews or just BTS content in general you want to see us do. We love y'all. We have absolutely a beautiful day. I almost lost that sentence. I don't know where it was.
I lost my sentence. We're gonna go. We love you. Goodbye.